Hey guys, Lisa Salvatore here. I just wanted to hop on and do a quick video to talk about the full moon that's taking place and a couple of other things that are going on energetically. So today I'm recording this Sunday, August the 2nd. I'm recording this on a Sun square Uranus day. So the Sun is in Leo and Uranus is in Taurus, and those two signs square each other, both fixed, meaning stubborn, and rooted to their positions. So there could be an overwhelming feeling of freedom at all costs at this time and not wanting to be boxed in, let anybody else box you in, or even by boxing yourself in, just wanting to be able to do things. Like freedom is the operative word here, first and foremost. Tomorrow we have a full moon, a very potent full moon. Full moons are always potent within themselves, right? They all carry different energy according to the planets and the degrees, the signs, but this one is particularly strong. It's potent. You may be feeling a little nervous, a little jumpy, anxious, but not necessarily like panic attack anxious, just anxious like something's coming, like wired, nervous system ramped up. And dependent upon your own personal chart, like I always say, that's going to be highlighted for others more so than others. And basically, if you're of a fixed sign right now, if your birth sign, your horoscope sign is a fixed sign, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, especially Aquarius, because this full moon is in Aquarius, opposite the Sun in Leo, you will definitely be feeling this energy more, okay? Also, if you have any planets at 11 degrees, around 11 degrees, specifically in one of those fixed signs, right? Because you're not just your sun sign. We know if you're watching this, you likely know that. So there's a lot going on. I know myself, I've definitely been feeling that, not anxious feeling, but that jumpiness, just electrified, things are changing, things are jolting, right? Now, this full moon is squaring Uranus, okay? So the full moon is in Aquarius, the Uranus is in Taurus until 2026, and I've talked about this numerous times. Uranus is the planet that shakes things up. Uranus is responsible for disruption, discord, disenchantment, rerouting us. We think we're going in one direction and then we totally get shook up and dropped back down whoa, what's going on here? And Uranus, it's literally like hurricanes, earthquakes, lightning, okay? Now, if you think about what's been going on with the weather patterns lately all across the East Coast, that's Uranus at work here. This full moon is squaring Uranus, so it wouldn't be surprising if we had some hurricanes and earthquakes and things like that happening around the time of the full moon, which the energy is always heightened and most potent 3 to 5 days prior, and then 3 to 5 days after. Really more so 3, but the energy can carry out to 5. But now again, that doesn't have to literally mean that this is going to be weather related. It certainly can be, but in your own personal life, okay? Uranus, this full moon is here to shake things up, okay? We are all, as a collective, going through a massive rise in consciousness, okay? People are really learning that the old ways are not necessarily constructive to the new earth that we're going into now, and you probably feel that in your physical body lately. You might be requiring more sleep. You could be getting dizzy spells, ringing of the ears, stomach disturbances, body temperature changes. All of these things are our bodies trying to rise up to match the frequency of the new earth, okay? I'm not going to get into all of that because it gets really, if that resonates with you, you get it. That's all I'll say. And so couple that with the fact, as we're waking up and rising, right, our personal lives get shook up because in reality, all of 2020 has shown us to be a year of massive transformation for everybody. A lot of it came from outside forces, right? And I always joke that job security for me was 2019 because I would do a lot of readings and I would reference the time of COVID, obviously not knowing that it was COVID, but knowing something of that circumstance would happen to that particular person, and wasn't the same for everybody. But because of that, they would go back and listen to their recording and then reach out to me when everything started happening. And I don't remember what I say to people, to be honest, so they would tell me. But anyway, point being, 2020 is a 4-year. So as a 4-year, that's always about foundations being set and stabilizing. But this year has felt anything but. But if you think about it, it's going to carry us to the place that when we get to that the eclipse in December, okay, we're going to go into 2021 with a firmer foundation. So But to get there, there's going to be a lot of shaking up, a lot of disruption and discord and disharmony. And it doesn't always have to be negative, because like I always say with Uranus, it always leaves you better than where you're found. It always leaves you better than where you were, I should say. So it's like, yes, it could be disruptive, and it could even suck. It could be, horrible. It could make you feel like you're floundering. I certainly know lately, like, that's been the theme for a lot of people. But this full moon is going to definitely, if you're tuning in to your heart and to your, which is Leo, right? Leo season. Leo rules the heart-centered. Tuning into your heart, listening to your intuition. Dreams are going to be extremely cathartic and prophetic at this time. Maybe not literal, but pay very close attention to messages that come in through your dream state around this full moon, because you're going to get like some really good impressions, intuitive impressions that could give you a direction to where you need to go next. So if you've been sitting on a situation, a project, a relationship, anything that you've been feeling like needs to go or needs to be cleansed, I'll say, or purged, because there's a huge purge taking place, right? Anything of that nature, you might want to, before you go to bed at night, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guides if you have some, ask your angels, your ancestors, whoever it is that you pray to give you insight in your dream state. And I promise you will likely receive something, okay? You just have to be open to it. If you're not open to it, don't bother, because it won't work. But if you're open, you will get something, because this is a time of great, huge change. Yes, I'm not even talking collective. I'm not talking about the world right now. That's totally separate. It's not. It is, but it isn't. I'm talking about personally. Everyone is going through it. There is a lot shifting. But this particular time, with Uranus squaring this full moon, and by the way, Mars in Aries, who's our warrior, who wants us to fight and move and go, and it gives us our action and our drive and our fire and our passion and all of that, which could go for good or for bad, right? Mars is currently stopped right now, literally, in the sky, staring at Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, which those three planets have been responsible for a lot of disharmony, right? Worldwide and also personally. So now Mars is sitting there and saying, like, I want to go, I want to do these, I want to make this decision, I want to leave this relationship, I want to leave this job, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then squaring those other three planets, they're like, no, not right now. So the bottom line is, this is right now about making a plan for yourself, getting the insight, listening to your heart, listening to your soul, paying attention to what's being shown to you. There's also, when I said about a purge taking place, there is a huge purge taking place in the form of relationships, friendships. People in your current reality may not be in your reality 6-7 months from now. And likewise, people that you don't even know at all now could be very prominent in your reality in the next 6 months or so. You just don't know. Uranus is a game changer here, the liberator, the great awakener. But whatever happens, as long as you're being authentically honest to yourself, right? You cannot go wrong, right? I always say that. That's one of my quotes that I did when I did a presentation back in October. And I said, if you're being authentically honest, if it's within your integrity, you cannot fail when you're being you. That's it. People don't always have to love you, right? Or like you or anything. But if you're being you, just as long as you can sleep at night and you can lay your head down on your pillow and you know that you've acted out of a place of integrity, and you will be taken care of, even if you have to go through some shit, excuse my language, to get to the better place, because that's what this is about this time. So pay really close attention around this full moon. Follow your heart. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it's very important to be real and honest. Utmost honesty is of complete, it's necessary right now. And if you're not going to be honest with others, at least be honest with yourself, because that is the key right now. The more you like try to put band-aids over wounds or try to fix things that have proven to you time and time again that they just can't be fixed, like putting a circle in a square, I always say, like certain relationships feel like that, right? In life, like you're taking a circle and forcing it into a square. It just doesn't quite work. These are the relationships, the jobs, the projects, the situations that you want to pay attention to. It's like, okay, I don't know that I could take this with me in my new life, right? Because 2021 is new for everybody, right? The new normal, which I can't stand because you hear it all over, but it is true. I'll say your new reality, okay? What else did I want to mention? Oh yes, Mercury is going to finally leave Cancer and move into Leo on August 4th, and that's going to be awesome. You're probably already feeling the rumblings of that. When Mercury's in Cancer, communication gets really difficult. You know, Mercury's the messenger. And so Mercury's constantly speaking to us through the media, through our intuition, through reading and writing, and through others, right? Through communicating. But when it's in Cancer, it's like underwater. It doesn't quite feel clear. It's very foggy, almost like read between the lines. What am I being told and shown? This doesn't make sense. And it's really hard to make clear-cut decisions based off information when Mercury's in Cancer. Now Mercury moves into Leo on the 4th, and that's fantastic for any kind of writing projects, reading, communication. When you're watching, well, I don't really watch the news, but when you're watching the news, we may pay more attention to what is being said, even if it is not literal, because you will likely be able to intuit those messages better than when Mercury was in Cancer, because it'll be more clear now that Mercury is moving into Leo. So that's actually a really good thing. Creatively, this is a great time because Jupiter is still sextiling Neptune, so intuition is heightened. That's why I said this full moon with Uranus there and the Jupiter-Neptune sextile, holy moly, you could get the doors blown off with your intuition. Just be conscious that it's not coming from a place of fear, because sometimes we get confused with our fear and our intuition, right? But remember that the shakeups are imminent at this time to get you to where you need to go. And the more you fight it and the more you cling and hold on, the harder it is to get to the other side of where you truly know in your soul you want to go and where you need to be. Okay, now I'm just going to do a quick card. I've also done the August monthly horoscopes for each sign, sun, moon, rising. You can find those linked right here on my channel. Ooh, the Empress. I love to see this. This is a major card, so this is all about fertility and abundance. This is about growing things, birthing the new, kind of all I've been saying this whole time. But also, on the flip side, Cancer season has been a season of literally dealing, and I spoke about this in my last few videos, about not necessarily issues, but situations surrounding the mother in our lives, the maternal energy. It doesn't have to be like your literal mother, but maternal energy, our ancestry, our roots, where we come from, our lineage, ways in which we want to maybe break the mold, or ways in which we're going to continue to follow the old paradigm because it's the right thing to do, or we feel like that's what is needed. But a lot of purging, cleaning, healing has come up surrounding the maternal areas of life, right? The 4th house is what Cancer rules over, the sign of Cancer. So it's not surprising to me that the card of the mother came out for this reading, but I'm also looking at it because it's the Empress, it's fertility, it's abundance, it's what's new, it's what you're going to create, it's what you're going to manifest, make new. Having it all, it's earth energy also, it's Venus. So again, guys, you know, look at the beauty around you right now. Try not to focus. It's so easy lately to focus on the difficulties in life, okay? I know, I mean, look, everyone's going through things, right, guys? But we have to try to look for those beautiful moments, those little nuggets of peace that we do have. And if people in your life are not adding to your peace, just no malice, it's got to go. It's time. You know what to do in your soul. Take really good care of yourselves, guys. All of my links are below, and I'll be back with another video mid-month to talk more about the energy of August, because August is definitely an intense month. However, there's some really nice things in August as well. So I'll be back for some of that. Take care, guys. Bye.